Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning into today's video. We have more PlayStation news, rumours and leaks to go over. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and if you're new to the channel here, please consider subscribing. Now, while many of us are excited at potential new games coming to PlayStation and the release of the PS5 Pro, there's also lots happening right now at Xbox, where in a recent interview, head of Xbox Phil Spencer literally just said nothing is off the table, meaning that any or all of Xbox games could be coming over to PlayStation and Nintendo. Flagship titles like Gears, Halo and Forza, which were previously off limits, are now being considered for PlayStation releases. Remember, it was only supposed to be 4 games, only 4. Most logically thinking people would have told you that actually this was a test case scenario, and as I've stated on several other occasions before, if the games do well, more games will follow, and as we witnessed, those 4 games did really well. Gamers on PlayStation purchased them and enjoyed them, which greenlit Microsoft wanting to move the rest of their games over to PlayStation. And yesterday, Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, just confirmed that nothing is off the table. There are no red lines. So in a recent wave of interviews and corporate announcements, Microsoft's gaming division has been showcasing a broader vision for the future of Xbox. Phil Spencer has highlighted 3 main areas of focus: expanding the availability of Xbox games to other platforms like PlayStation and Nintendo, pursuing further acquisitions in the gaming industry, particularly across Asia, and exploring the potential for a new handheld Xbox device. Phil Spencer made it clear that Microsoft is open to bringing more of its Xbox titles to rival platforms, including PlayStation. In an interview with Bloomberg, Spencer emphasized that there are no red lines when it comes to deciding which Xbox games might appear on the PlayStation platform. By declaring that there are no red lines, he has done the one thing that hardcore Xbox gamers were hoping wouldn't actually happen. Flagship titles, like I mentioned before, Halo, Gears, Forza, which were previously off limits, are now part of the conversation. It's no longer a case of will these games ever come to PlayStation, it's now a case of when should we release them, 2025 or 2026. Games that were unthinkable of going to other platforms, seemingly now the higher ups at Microsoft cannot wait to get them over to Sony's platform. Earlier this year, Xbox released a selection of games on both PlayStation and Nintendo consoles, with Spencer expressing satisfaction over their reception. It was supposed to be 4 games, remember? 4 games only. And this approach confirms that Microsoft's shift in strategy, which traditionally kept certain titles exclusive to its own system, is now open to placing those titles everywhere else. The upcoming release of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on PlayStation 5 in spring 2025 further highlights Microsoft's strategy, demonstrating that Microsoft is willing to embrace a multi-platform presence, and it might have to do that for its gaming survival, because clearly the hardware's not selling. There's lots of speculation now about which Xbox games are coming to PlayStation next. Rumours suggest that the iconic titles like Halo, Halo Combat Evolved, Gears of War could also be considered for PlayStation releases in the future, aligning with Microsoft's broader aim of expanding its gaming audience. Then you have to take a look at Elder Scrolls 6, which when Microsoft acquired Bethesda, all you could hear from Team Green was, this is now an exclusive game. Well, you can forget that. Elder Scrolls 6 will be coming to PlayStation probably day 1. You can almost guarantee it. This cross-platform approach aligns with Microsoft's larger initiative called Project Latitude, which aims to bring its content to a variety of platforms beyond its own hardware. And despite previous rumors that the initiative had been paused, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella confirmed last month that Project Latitude is still very much alive, supporting the company's commitment to increasing the reach of its gaming titles across various consoles. In addition to broadening its gaming distribution, Microsoft remains keen on further acquisitions, with a particular interest within the Asian gaming market. The recent $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard marked one of the largest deals in gaming history, building on the company's previous purchase of ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Bethesda. These acquisitions have significantly expanded Microsoft's portfolio, but the company is not stopping there. Spencer noted that Microsoft's focus is now shifting towards integrating Activision Blizzard's team while also keeping an eye on potential new opportunities. He mentioned a specific interest in acquiring studios that offer geographic diversity, which suggests a strategic pivot towards regions like China. Microsoft has previously collaborated with Chinese giant Tencent to bring games like Age of Empires to mobile devices, showcasing its interest in leveraging the creative potential of Asian developers. This interest in Asian studios is particularly noteworthy given the closure of Japanese studio Tango Gameworks earlier this year. While the shutdown of Tango might have been a setback, Spencer seems more interested in exploring partnerships with Chinese developers who have unique capabilities, especially in the mobile gaming sector. The emphasis on mobile gaming does reflect a broader industry trend, and Microsoft's collaboration with Asian partners could pave the way for new game releases that might eventually reach global audiences, including those on the PlayStation platform. And Phil Spencer also provided insights into Xbox's potential entry into the handheld gaming market, a segment currently dominated by devices like Nintendo Switch and Valve's Steam Deck. And during this conversation with Bloomberg, Spencer confirmed that Microsoft is actively working on prototypes for a handheld Xbox, although any official release is several years away, which goes against what many of the Team Green guys have been saying with a handheld device coming out in the next year or so. They're still working on prototypes, so that tells you that they are at least 3 to 4 years away from any kind of handheld device. Spencer has tasked the Xbox hardware team with analysing existing handheld devices and developing a vision for a future product that could compete within this space. In the short term, however, Microsoft's strategy will focus on improving the Xbox app's performance on existing portable devices and collaborating with hardware manufacturers to ensure the compatibility. This approach aims to enhance the user experience for gamers who prefer to playing on mobile devices or portable consoles, potentially laying the groundwork for a future dedicated Xbox handheld. Spencer comments have fueled speculation about Microsoft's plans to create a Steam Deck styled handheld device. While no concrete details have been revealed, Phil Spencer has hinted at this possibility in various interviews throughout the year. For instance, during the Xbox Games Showcase in the summer, Spencer suggested that Xbox should explore the handheld market as part of its broader strategy to be where the players are, whether on PC, console, or portable platforms. In line with this vision, reports from Windows Central and Polygon earlier this year indicated that Microsoft has been experimenting with fully native Xbox handheld prototypes. These developments suggest Microsoft is seriously considering entering the handheld market, potentially offering a new way for players to access Xbox's growing library of games. Overall, these recent moves and announcements indicate a significant shift in the strategy from Microsoft. The company's willingness to release Xbox titles on PlayStation, its focus on acquiring studios in emerging markets in Asia, and its exploration of the handheld gaming market all point to a more inclusive and expansive approach. Rather than relying solely on hardware exclusivity, Microsoft appears to be embracing a multi-platform vision which prioritizes accessibility and player engagement across various devices and ecosystems. So clearly we are going to be seeing some big Xbox games or big flagship Xbox games coming to PlayStation. Plus, I think we're also going to get a whole slate of Xbox games coming to PlayStation over the next 2 to 3 years in drips and drabs or in whole batches. Who knows? But it's going to happen. Microsoft want their games everywhere, and it's about to happen. This interview confirming that there are no red lines, basically indicating that every game at some point will port over to PlayStation and Nintendo, a place where they will actually sell and deliver some kind of return on their investment. The handheld space is an interesting one. That could be a good move, as I believe there are opportunities here for Xbox, PlayStation and Nintendo, all competing for that handheld market. It's just going to be about what games can you play on your handheld device. If it's like the Portal, then it's a problem, because despite how good the Portal is, you still need a PS5 to be able to use the Portal. And if Microsoft releases an Xbox handheld that is completely independent from the base console, and it can be used like an actual handheld and it's not tethered or you have to play via remote play, then I think that would be a huge success. And to be able to access and play your whole digital library anywhere is pretty good, like the Switch. If Sony are still working on a handheld like it was rumoured a while ago, I hope they are taking notes not to have it connected to your PS5 or PS5 Pro. It needs to be completely independent like the Nintendo Switch, where you can access your entire PS catalogue of games. If they do that, then the PlayStation handheld can be very successful. And with rumours of more Microsoft acquisitions, I would expect nothing else from Microsoft. They are now in a space where they're only interested in swallowing up as much as they can right now to support Game Pass. Game Pass needs feeding with games, continuous conveyor of games, and that's all they're interested in. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about these 3 particular points about the Xbox and Microsoft ecosystem. So the games coming over to PlayStation, the acquisition rumors, and of course the handheld device. So let's move on. A number of PS Portal users on Reddit have claimed that their remote gaming device benefits from a few advantages when in conjunction with the newly released PS5 Pro. While many people are familiar with the advantages of the PS5 Pro when it comes to games, The PS Portal owners claim that the system also irons out stuttering issues with the device, as well as implementing HDR support. Sony hasn't actually said anything about the PS5 Pro and its effect on remote gaming via PS Portal, so we'll have to take these claims with a pinch of salt. It is important to remember that while PS5 Pro is able to offer the likes of 4K resolution and 120 FPS for compatible games, the PS Portal doesn't support such features. However, it's not to say that the PS Portal remote gaming doesn't benefit from some of the performance enhancements afforded by the PS5 Pro. Let me know if you've seen any improvements using your PS Portal or your PSVR 2 as a result of the PS5 Pro. Let's move on. Hiroki Totoki last week confirmed that PlayStation will be committing to releasing big hitting games every single year from 2025 onwards. We know this was confirmed last week, and with Ghosts of Yotai already confirmed to be a 2025 release, there's been lots of speculation about what else could be coming from PlayStation Studios in 2025. Well, we know Death Stranding 2 is all but sure to be coming out in 2025, but that is not a PlayStation first-party studio. Now, many people believe Wolverine is the other game which could be coming out in 2025, although we haven't actually heard anything official from Sony or from Insomniac Games since the initial trailer back in 2021, despite all the hacking and the leak stuff, right? But officially, nothing confirmed from Wolverine. Now, however, we have an unofficial confirmation that another PlayStation first-party studio is about to drop a new game in 2025. We have a new job listing at Guerrilla Games for a release QA intern, which has indicated that the company's upcoming online-based Horizon title will launch at some point in 2025. This article goes on to say that the job description mentions that the candidate will be helping out with an online project during the first half of 2025 and will earn both theoretical knowledge and practical experience to ensure the game is prepared for launch. This would definitely fit the bill for a Horizon Online title, as it isn't yet known if Guerrilla Games is working on another game that fits the same description. It's well known that Guerrilla Games has been wanting to implement multiplayer elements within the Horizon franchise since the very first game released in 2017, but decided to hold off against doing so in favour of making a dedicated online spin-off. The Horizon Online game was first rumoured back in October 2022, where a report on MP First stated that the spin-off title was in production for the PS5 and PC. A few months later, a series of job listings were posted by Guerrilla Games that indicated that an online game based on the Horizon franchise was indeed in development, with descriptions for a lead world designer stating Guerrilla is looking for a lead world designer to bring the expanding Horizon universe to a multiplayer audience. Finally, in March of this year, it was revealed that the Horizon Online project was not among the games that was cancelled by Sony during a round of major layoffs. So basing it purely on this job listing, we could be about to get the Horizon Online multiplayer game in 2025. How do you feel about this game? I mean, Horizon seems to be a really big franchise with over 35 million copies sold so far of their games. So I can see why they're prioritizing the online game. It's top of their list whilst they've got so many gamers engaged with their games and they've got a TV show on the way, right? Naturally, they would want to capitalize on all the hype. Let me know your thoughts on the Horizon Online multiplayer game and if you're interested in giving this a try when it comes out next year. Let's move on. So many people have been discussing what the potential date revealed in the PlayStation advert could be referring to. Could PlayStation be doing a showcase on December the 3rd? Or could it be a state to play? Or could it just be some kind of digital giveaway like discounts or some free DLCs to certain games? We know PlayStation do not announce games that are years away. They haven't done this for a while. The Sony's thing seems to be announcing games within a 12-month release window, either through a state of play or some kind of a trailer, and then via the state of plays they will go deeper into the game, look at mechanics, story, dev diary, and some kind of release date information. Now, looking at the next article, Jeff Grubb, who is a well-known insider, he goes on to say that players shouldn't have their hopes up for a PlayStation showcase or even a state of play event during this December. The new PlayStation advert, which is Play Has No Limits trailer, it includes a moment that many fans believe to be a tease for an upcoming event. There's a very quick shot where the date, December the 3rd, 2024, is displayed, which is also the 30th anniversary of the PlayStation platform. Sony has, of course, already begun celebrating with the anniversary with things like limited edition consoles, but it stands to reason that they'd have something planned for the actual day itself. And fans took this small clip from a trailer yesterday as a hope that not only is there something being planned, it'll be a brand new showcase or event of some kind. Now, posting on Twitter earlier today, Jeff Grubb goes on to say, I haven't heard anything about a PlayStation showcase or state of play in December, which he then followed up with during his Game Mess Mornings show. Grubb goes on to say his sources were close to sure that there wasn't any kind of showcase coming on December the 3rd, which is mainly why he believes whatever happens on the 3rd, it will be something completely different. And that's fair enough. After all, it's only speculation based on a date which is shown for a split second. What could that date be that was shown in the Play Has No Limits trailer if it's not a showcase or a state of play? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about this and the topics we've discussed in the video today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you on the next video.